Today, I am not worried about a stock market crash. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today we're going to speak about the state of the stock market, because there is no denying that it is not very good right now. And I'm getting asked every day by people on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, people in my Discord, what am I doing about this crash? What am I doing about all of the red days? Am I worried? Etc, etc. So in today's video, I'm not here to talk about whether or not I believe there will be a crash. I'm here to speak about why I'm not going to be worried if there is one, or more so, when there is one. And in order to do so, we're going to have a look a little bit through history. We're going to have a look at a list of stock market crashes and bear markets, okay, and how often they do happen, okay. A list of the largest daily changes in the Nasdaq composite, a lot of which happened in 2020, my friends. A few articles from the likes of Seek and Alpha, Yahoo Finance, some of which are saying they're not worried about the next crash, some are saying that they are worried and how they're preparing, etc. And what I want to do, just to put a bit of a personal touch on it, okay? January 30th, I revealed my entire $100,000 stock market portfolio. I want to speak about, how nothing's changed. I want to speak about my tactics in the market and why I am not worried about a crash when it's going to happen. So I'm not trying to fearmonger in today's video. In fact, I am literally trying to do the exact opposite. I know a lot of the time on YouTube people get upset when people like myself or any other YouTubers speak about crashes, but I'm really just trying to help people be prepared and understand why it's okay. So my friends, right before we do get into today's video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below, let me know how you feel, do you expect there to be a crash? How are you preparing? And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. We really are trying to get to 100,000 so I can get that juicy play button. Also, if you are interested in joining my private Discord group, that is the first link in the description. And in there you get access to all of my buy and sell alerts for all of my positions. You get access to over 50 private channels. You join a community of nearly 3,000 investors. And I give updates on there pretty much on a daily basis about how I'm feeling, what I'm looking at, etc. And if you like 2 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link, my friends. So to summarize the entirety of this video, the reason I am not worried about a stock market crash is because that everything that's in my portfolio, I understand it. I understand how much money I've put in and why. I understand what I am willing to risk on that particular company. Am I willing to hold it till zero, or am I risking 10 to 15%? I understand if I've gone in with a full position, or if I'm willing to dollar cost average on red days like we are seeing right now. And I am diversified. If one of my biggest positions goes all the way to $0, say with CCIV it went all the way to $0, I'm going to be okay. It all comes down to understanding what you're investing in and being confident in yourself. But that's a very easy answer, so let's elaborate a little bit, okay? List of stock market crashes and bear markets. Now, how long is the average person in the market? Me, myself, I'm probably going to be in it 70 plus years, as long as I live that long. But let's say even 30 to 50 years as a relatively fair estimate, I would say. 2020 stock market crash, okay? There was a 2018 cryptocurrency crash. There was a 2015 and 2016 stock market sell-off. 2015, 2016 Chinese stock market crash. August 2011 stock markets fall, okay? The 2010 flash crash. All of this is over the last 10 years. Essentially 7 market crashes. If I bring you back to about 10 years ago on the Nasdaq, okay, look, there's been loads of crashes, loads of ups and downs. Ultimately, it's up 653%. That's just the Nasdaq, my friends. That's not any one particular stock. It's not a high risk company. It's the Nasdaq. I'm going to do the same with the S&P 500, and as well, that's up 260+% in 10 years. That doesn't include any dividends or anything as well. Moral of the story is there's been lots and lots of crashes in between. There's been lots of ups and lots of downs, but they've still made money, and these are safe indexes. Now, you may say that I'm manipulating data because, to be honest, if you go back and say somebody just invested once at the peaks of the 31st of March, they're only up 158% in 20 years. I do understand that. I'm not saying that this is the best way to invest whatsoever, but let's be honest, most people wouldn't just invest once on the worst day that you could have possibly invested over the last 20 years. They would have bought a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, etc, etc. But the point stands, my friends, okay? Over the last 10 years, there was however many stock market crashes in the US, in China, all over the world, okay? Including the most recent 2020 stock crash that we pretty much all lived through, and everybody's made money. There is a very popular quote that everybody's going to be aware of. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market, and it's something I very much so believe in, especially regardless of whether you invest in ETFs, dividend stocks, growth stocks. But if you're investing in a company that you believe will do well over a longer period of time, that quote stands extraordinarily true. List of largest daily changes in the Nasdaq Composite. Okay, largest daily percentage losses. Look, 2 of the top 4 came in 2020. Another one, the 12th biggest one, was in 2020 as well. You'll see a lot of them have 2008, 87 to 2000s because that's when real big market crashes were. But last year alone, 3 of the biggest ever daily percentage losses in the Nasdaq occurred, and it's pretty much at all-time highs. Largest daily percentage gains, you will see again, there's 2020s. There's also 2009s coming out of the back of the bear market. There's some 2008s in there, even some 2000s. Essentially, guys, there's big red days and big green days, and that is always going to be the way the market works. Before we move on, genuinely, what I want you to do is take your phone, I have mine right here, and I want you to go onto your Trading 212, your Robinhood, your Webull. If you look at your daily chart, I bet it's bad, okay? No matter how good your portfolio is, it's probably bad today as you watch this video. Even if you go onto your weekly chart, it's probably pretty bad. It hasn't been a good week in general. Go back to your 3-month chart, your 6-month chart, your yearly chart. If you've been in the game a long time, your 5-year chart. How much money have you made? And if you're in the market for a year even, which I think a lot of us are at this stage, how many of those days do you remember? Do you remember what happened April 26th of 2020? No. It's all part of investing, and it is all part of the journey, my friends. Look at this with the Nasdaq, okay? 2020 was insane for the largest point changes, but that just goes to show how big it is now. Look at these losses. All of them are 2020 and 2021. Literally, the top 16 biggest point losses happened last year and this year. The biggest point gains as well, 9 out of the top 10 happened in 2020. We're in extraordinarily volatile times, and these are not normal market conditions. The moral of the story is, though, my friends, this is part of the game. This is part of investing. And if you want to be an investor, and if you want to make loads of money in the next 10 to 20 years, you're going to live through many crashes. And I don't mean crashes like are happening today, where, your biggest stock falls 20%, or your portfolio goes down 3%. I'm speaking crashes, okay, that can take years to recover from. But the longer you stay in this game, the more likely you are to make considerable money. Now, my portfolio, you can go watch this entire video. You will see exactly what I had in the market, how many different companies I own, etc. I'm going to be honest with you right now, my portfolio has changed since. As of recording this video, I'm actually up another $25,000 nearly. But that's before market opens. When Lucid Motors opens up today, let me again keep it real with you guys. It's down 33%. I'm set to lose close to $6,000 today just from Lucid Motors. And I slept like a baby last night, and I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. What people have to realise is that, I understand what I invested in. The valuations changed. I made a full video on this earlier if you want to check it out. I saw we went up so much. I was up over 400%. I sold some of my shares, and now I'm risk-free. If CCIV goes to $0 a share, I've still made money. And let's be honest, that's not going to happen, baby. Am I selling now? No, because I believe in what I have invested in, and I'm willing, I would much rather hold these guys through a 34% red day then sell them and watch them be worth hundreds of dollars in the next 5 years. Now, there are many more examples in there, okay? Obviously, we have our boring companies. I have a little bit of Google, I have a little bit of Facebook and Amazon, and I'm just leaving them all chill. And I'm going to be honest with you, for the first time in a long time, I'm contemplating adding money into those easy money companies. We have some of my other bigger positions: Workhorse, Lordstown Motors, Tesla, we have Neo, we have ChargePoint. A lot of my EV players, they're doing poorly right now. And it's fine, I'm still up huge on most of them. Tesla, we're still up 100%, SBE, we're still up 150%. It's fine, because I wouldn't have been able to be up that much money in them if I didn't hold through previous dips. I mean, there was a stage with Tesla where I invested at what was the peaks back then, and I think I went down 15-20%, and then I was up over 100%. It's all part of investing. The newest company I bought, Tattoo Chef, TTCF. As of recording this, I'm down about 9.5%. You see, pre-market, I'm going to be down another 6%. You bet I'm going to buy some of this today. Because as a company, I did the research into. I waited, okay? I waited until they got to a price I was relatively happy paying, which was somewhere around here, maybe, something like that. And it was coming off the back of some little dips. Of course, I'm willing to buy more at these prices. A SPAC I'm really interested in buying right now. Look, I want to show you that daily chart. Look, it was up big. It actually dropped 12% on the day after a huge upward move because the entire market is red. I'm going to get this SPAC at a steal, and I'm going to have even less risk buying them at 14.26 compared to just yesterday when they were at $16.30. I'm going to save $2 a share. And maybe I lose money on them, maybe I make money. Whatever happens, I'm diversified. I'm fine. So the reason I'm not worried about a crash is because I'm diversified, okay? I only pay what I'm willing to pay for a company. I sell my initial investment in my high risk positions. I did it with CCIV, I did it with CLIS. I don't do it all that often, okay, but when I go quite heavy on a very high risk company, I do. I usually don't go into a position with my full investment straight away, and that means that if the stock goes down or there's a pullback like this, I can buy more, I can get a cheaper cost basis. And also guys, I still have lots of cash on the side, and that's just who I am as a person. I'm always going to do that. Yes, we got up to over $100,000 in the portfolio, now it's in excess of 130,000-ish I believe, but I still have cash on the side, and you bet I'm going to be pumping a lot of that into the market if this red continues. But again, it's not all going to happen at once. I might buy a little bit today, and then, you know, if there's another red day, I might buy a little bit the next day. But the fact of the matter is, my friends, and this really is what this video boils down to, if you want to be an investor, you need to be willing to understand that crashes are going to happen. Often, okay, especially if you're going to be in the market for 40 or 50 years. I mean, I'm just going to ask a question right now. How many people do you think live out there right now who have invested for 50 years who haven't made money? No one. Traders, etc. is a different story, but how many people actually invest for that long and don't make lots of money? You would be hard pressed to find someone, in my opinion. So that is why, my friends, I'm not worried, and I'm going to keep sleeping, and I'm not going to be glued to my phone or glued to my laptop or my computer watching every single stock price fluctuate, because in the grand scheme of things, it does not matter if you plan on holding that company for the long term. So my friends, if you watch this video all the way till the end, you are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here, and I genuinely really do hope that I was able to give you guys some value and insights into, you know, why I'm not stressing, why I'm chill. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, maybe drop me a comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that helps me out so much. And again, if you are interested in that private Discord group, that is the first link in the description, my friends. Lots of juicy information there, a lot of smart investors in there to speak to all day, every day. And if you want those free stocks on Webull, that's the second link. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.